Welcome to the video, everyone. Today we're talking with Danny Bossa again as a follow-up from my first month on TRT. We did it 2 months on TRT, and now Dan is going to talk about first 3 months on TRT. So what's new, Danny?
Welcome to this channel. I am Dr. Steven de Vos, the lifting dermatologist, and this is my bro science hunting partner Danny Bossa. If you want to learn more about the most cutting-edge science-based information in the world of hormone optimization, please like and subscribe.
Click the bell button to get notified.
I also invite you to join my other YouTube channel, The Lifting Dermatologist. The link you can find in the description of this video.
3 months on TRT. I had, if you watch the video we just did about the 2 months on TRT, I was saying that things were starting to improve, but then I started overcomplicating it by starting to add a bunch of other stuff. Like I added an AI, and I added pregnenolone, I added DHEA, I added vitamin D. I just dumped all kinds, everything but the kitchen sink, because I found that my progress was too slow. And I couldn't quite understand, how is it that I went from total testosterone of 220 and now I'm in the 1500s? How come I'm not like, wow, like I feel like, you know, I'm going to go out and, you know, rape some old ladies type of thing. You know, like I can't control my libido, or I can't control, you know, sorry for the joke, but you know what I'm kidding around here. I wasn't really feeling any of that stuff. It was just this little bit here and there, a little bit here and there. So I kept thinking something was wrong. I started adding a whole bunch of stuff. So 3rd month of TRT for me, I was a lot worse than I was on the 2nd because of all the crap that I added, because of the way I started overanalyzing everything. A lot of stuff started to fall apart. However, there was one benefit, and the one benefit was I did not change the dose that I was taking. I was still taking 200 milligrams a week, which is, you know, proper, decent dose, and my levels were up there. So I had high levels of testosterone, but I was getting a ton of side effects from all the other crap I was adding. And those side effects were poor sleep. My appetite was like kind of so-so. Libido was almost non-existent. Erections almost non-existent. You know, morning wood, forget about that. My mood was kind of like foul, and it was just kind of, just didn't feel like doing anything, no motivation. But I was going to the gym, and the gym was always something that I enjoyed to do. And I recall around the 3rd month, going to the gym and just lifting stuff, and my you know, I would pick up my, you know, my 35-pound dumbbells, and I'm doing my curls, and I was like, I could do like 12 of them. And I kept having to check, like, yeah, that's my 35s. And I grabbed 40s, and I'd do like maybe 10 of those. And I just felt like I was getting stronger across the board. And it's almost like there was nothing for a month and nothing for 2 months, but the strength wise and stuff at the gym around the 3rd month just took this big uptick all of a sudden. And I remember it really clear, like just the pumps I was getting in the gym. It's like, I would do my regular workout, and I'd go stand in front of the mirror, and like everything was just popping, and my veins were popping. And I was like, what the hell is this? I couldn't believe it, because I was like, I'm not taking a cycle. I'm not taking like a gram of testosterone a week. It's just 200 milligrams. But that 200 milligrams, after a while, it has an effect. That doesn't say that, you know, I packed on 10 pounds of muscle in a month and a half or something like a cycle. No, but I started feeling the way that I felt like I should have been feeling all along, because I kept seeing all these guys in the gym doing stuff that they didn't seem to be putting anywhere near as much intensity as I was. And they're, you know, spending time on the phone and sitting around and talking to the hot chick in the, you know, the tight pants and whatever. And they just didn't strike me as guys that were all that disciplined. I'm sure their diet was crap or whatever, but they were still always improving way more than me. And I started to think maybe these guys are just have proper levels of testosterone, or maybe they're on gear, but who the hell knows? But, you know, the normal healthy guys, that's the way you progress. You come to a gym 4 or 5 times a week, like you should be adding something. And I was never adding anything. And finally I was starting to like pack on some meat, which is great. I also had put on a lot of fat on my chest and around my waist. Even the fat on my chest, we're 4 years later, just to say how much fat I had put on my chest, it's still slowly going away. Like I still have fat on my chest even today. But I noticed that started going down a little bit. And I noticed the fat around my midsection. There was always a little bulge right around my belly button and on the sides, on either side of me. That I found started finally receding a little bit. Whereas before, no matter how much I trained or I played with my macronutrients, whatever, nothing would ever really happen. And now suddenly it was. So that's the biggest thing that I recall from my third month was just overall performance in the gym. Even though my mood was foul and I didn't, because that AI just, I wish I never read about freaking AIs. Like I would have been feeling better, so much faster. And if I would have just used a little bit of critical thinking and rational thought or not adding a whole bunch of stuff to protocol like I did, I would have been feeling much better, a lot faster. But that was like the one thing I was really happy about. It's like, wow, I'm going to the gym. And it's like, wow, I'm making just added 10 pounds to my bench. And I just added 5 pounds to my dumbbells. And I just added 20 pounds to this other thing. And my deadlift, I went up 30 pounds in 2 weeks on my deadlift. This is fantastic. That was the one thing that really made it all worthwhile, even though I felt like crap. It was only much later on when I decided to get rid of the AI and all this other junk that's when I really started improving across the board. So, if you're the type of guy that you had like really, really low levels of testosterone and you were active in going to a gym and just getting frustrated, for me, it took about 3 months until I really started to notice a difference in how many reps I could do with that same weight, or that I was able to lift a little bit more than before. In particular, the pumps I was getting, were like crazy. Like I would lift stuff before, like really, really heavy weight and like really, really straining, but I get a little bit of a pump, not all that much. And now doing like the exact same stuff, I just remember like I stand in front of the mirror, like that's me. Like everything was just popping. It was almost like I had way better, way improved blood flow throughout, and I felt I could jump back into my next set a lot sooner. Whereas before, like I found I needed like a good 3 minutes rest in between. Now I was like resting maybe a minute in between. I was ready to go, and that was really great. So for those of you expecting performance improvements in the gym, for me, like I was saying, took me about 3 months till I started getting that. That's pretty much it.
Okay, thanks so much, Danny.
You're welcome.